Today in this video we are going to talk about early humans. Humans that we all saw only one picture of. But now we want to know more about our ancestors and understand what they were like, how they lived, how they tried to survive, and how they evolved. If you are interested in the wonders of the world and want to understand more secrets, subscribe to my channel and activate the bell. We know that humans have not existed since ancient times, because humans never lived alongside carnivorous dinosaurs like Tyrannosaurus rex. How the first person came to be, and who their ancestors were, is one of the archaeologists' biggest questions. When we think about how humans came to be, we must first understand that almost every living thing evolved from something else. For example, the earliest known examples of life on Earth date back more than 3 billion years. Early life was in the form of tiny microbes that live underwater in a very different world than today. At that time, the continents were still forming and there was no oxygen in the air. Since then, life on Earth has changed incredibly and taken many forms. In fact, for about a billion years during half of Earth's history, 1.8 billion to 800 million years ago, life on Earth was nothing more than a large layer of mud. By further examining the features of discovered skull, the researchers came to the conclusion that the skull belongs to a 3-year-old child of the upright early human species. This seemed impossible, because archaeologists have believed for a long time that this species made its way to other places from East Africa and Asia, and traveling on the Earth is considered one of the intelligent actions of upright humans. With this discovery, it became clear that upright humans lived at the same time as their predecessors, a discovery that changed the history of human life. In a discovery that took place in 2015 in the Remoulin Cave, it was found that human history is not very clear and has many hidden points. It seems that the evolution process of upright humans has taken a long time. Remove bone fragments from what looked like a child in a cave. At first they thought that his body was a type of monkey called baboon, but upon further investigation, they realized that his skull was more like a human skull than a baboon skull. By piecing together the different pieces of bones, they were completely convinced that the skull belonged to the real early humans. Now they had the skull of a primitive man, but they didn't know which species it was. What were real early humans like? To answer this question, it is better to specify which of early humans species we are talking about. It is obvious that the evolution throughout history has caused the early man to become more similar to the modern man both in terms of behavior and appearance. But through a series of minor differences, we can distinguish the early human skull from the modern human skull. For example, the skull of early humans is more elongated compared to the skull of modern humans, and this is just one of their differences. Different types of early humans. So far, several species of early humans have been known, some of which have become extinct in the process of evolution, and some have remained. But we only have in mind the image of primitive man that we have seen in the media. There are many classifications of the earliest early humans, among which we will discuss the most recent classification, the upright man. The first upright human fossil was discovered in 1891, where the resemblance between humans and monkeys was less visible. The next discovery of early humans was in northern China and showed a human with larger skull than a previous discovery. Along with these discoveries, tools made of coarse stone, bone, and wood were also found, which were evidences of the ability of such humans to hunt. In addition to those works, the use of fire was also seen among such people. Archaeologists believe that the tall man lived in the cave. Among the most important types of upright people, early man and the Remoulin Cave. The Remoulin Cave in Africa gives us a lot of information about what real early humans were like. This cave was first discovered in 1992. This archaeological database is undoubtedly the richest source about early humans. Millions of years ago, our human ancestors took refuge in the stone walls of this cave or fell into it accidentally, or were dragged into it by predators and died.